Okay, I ran out of time in the end of the last video. And it cut me off, wouldn't you know it. So what's funny is... I'll tell you along the way. So at the end of the last video, I was going to say something, but it got completely cut out. But what I'm going to say is... they said, let's go back to the Masters of the Nightwind. And I go, cool, maybe I can find Aurora. But then I was like, you know what's funny? Ever since I got to Natlan, they kept, like, force pairing me with Kanich. He was everywhere I went. And it felt like he was just turning into, like, a yandere stalker. And the reason why I say that is everywhere I went, he was conveniently there. Everyone I talked to, he was conveniently there. And then I saved this one guy from his tribe during the Natlan Night Warden Wars. And he was like, yeah, she saved me. And he was like, oh, you know each other? And he got, like, super jealous. And it was fucking weird. And then I went, during the recent event that was just out, where I went to Fontaine, he was also there again. What the shit? And it is kind of odd. They do keep force pairing me with him. And then during the tribal trials, he's like, I want you to be on my team. He's like, sorry, Aurora, but she's joining us first. And I was like, what the fuck? What the Jealousy, boy. Jealousy. I like them both. I honestly don't know who I would choose if I had to pick one. That's very tough. That's very tough. I don't know. Oh, God.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Yeah, we found something, alright. A freaking girl.
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone.
What?
The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either.
I think I was right. In my last video where they're like, why is it that they just pulled out suddenly when we went to go help the Masters of the Nightwind and we found State Lily, and then we fought like a few enemies, and then they like all like pulled their forces out and disappeared, and like why the hell would they do that? And I was right. I think it's because, you know, Aether is the leader of the Abyss Order, so anytime we're involved, he doesn't want to hurt us. Obviously, we're his sister. So that's why he's like, while you were away, nothing happened. And I think it's because of me.
In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Well, since you asked, this is technically my sibling's fault, so...
Great. Thanks, you two.
See, like I was saying in my last video as well, I was like, do they even know that our twin is the leader of the Abyss Order? Because I was like, they clearly don't know, and I was right. They don't. Because when you go and you tell, Maika that our twin is the leader, she was like, what? And then we told Seat Lolly, and she freaked out too. So I was right when I said that the characters from Natlan do not know that our twin is the leader of the Abyss Order. In fact, I don't even think any of the damn characters in this game know. I think Venti knows. I think Albedo knows too. I think. I don't... Does he know? And obviously Skara knows. Skara knows everything.
Relax.
Stop. Skara knows, and Nahida knows too. Yeah, Nahida knows. Oh my god. Yeah, Nahida knows. Ooh. Yeah, it's like I was saying in my last video. I have my acid reflux disease has been acting up really, really bad for like the last 3 weeks. I've had heartburn every day. And my stomach acid has been burning the hell out of the lining in my esophagus and ruining my damn throat. So if I ever start coughing and choking randomly, that's why. Anyway.
Wow! Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
Of course I do.
You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Have you seen anything out of the ordinary here?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something.
What?
Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
It seems suspicious, though.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want.
What the hell?
Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
The Masters of the Night Wind, so if you didn't see the last video, the Abyss Order is attacking all of the 6 tribes, but the Masters of the Night Wind have been hit the hardest. Like more enemies have been sent to their tribe. They're the only tribe that's been affected the most. And I think it's because the Masters of the Night Wind are special from all of the other tribes, in that they have special spiritual abilities and powers, and also can connect to the Night Kingdom, or rather that they can guide souls to the afterlife. So I think their true goal is probably to try to get to the Night Kingdom to do something.
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, Trav.
Oops, I cut her off for just a split second.
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this like a meet and greet? I wasn't. I'm so nervous.
Hey, come on! You marched to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero, that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
This guy is swooning so hard, and Lumion is not having any of it.
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax!
All right then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
What Paimon gets? An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? I'm starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. I'm gonna own the shit out of you. What are we freaking doing?
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us.
She just straight up ran up and punched him in the face, and he's like, alright, I'm done.
I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
He's like, I got punched by her in the face, and I loved every minute of it.
Paimon can't keep up with you.
dude, he's a masochist. He's like, yes, hurt me harder.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
You didn't even have a chance to hit her, dude. She clearly knocked you on your ass in one move. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary here?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Ian-san.
When the way she said that, it reminded me of that damn girl from that one game, White Day.
So, did the guards find anything?
There's a game called White Day, like a horror game, and there's like this ghost, like the bathroom ghost, where she's like, not here either. And that's what it reminded me of. I don't know why I thought of that specifically. Where she's like going, it's like a ghost in a bathroom that goes stall to stall looking for people, and she like puts her head underneath the stall, underneath the door, like where your feet would be at. She looks under the door at you, and she's like, not here either. And then she goes like door to door, and you're like hiding in the bathroom in the stall from her, and then she gets you. It's so stupid.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentaro.
Ignore Paimon. He wasn't a problem.
Traveler?
Are you drunk?
You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
Yeah, so see, Lolly likes us a little too much. Like, she literally likes us a little too much.
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
What do you mean?
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does it mean anything to you, Lolly?
I don't know how she walks around with toe rings. That looks uncomfortable, bro. Like, if you look at her feet, on her like second toe, she has a ring on both feet, on both the same toe.
I sensed something strange in my dream.
Vague.
It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
So if you don't know about Seat Lily, she's one of the strongest people in the Masters of the Nightwind. She's also a cursed human who has lived for like, was it 300 or 500 years? Or 300? And she's a human, she's a normal human, but she's cursed. It's kind of like what happened to Farina, how Farina got cursed by the Hydra Archon Fossilors, because Farina is a part of the Hydra Archon. She's the Hydra Archon's humanity that the Hydra Archon split from herself. The Hydra Archon basically split herself in two and kept her divinity side and split her humanity and turned it into a person, which is Farina. And then she cursed her. And that's why Farina had lived for 500 years. So the same thing basically happened to Silali, but we don't know how she got cursed or who did it. At least I don't remember ever getting told who, but that's the lore about her, but I don't know who did it, and I don't know why, and I don't know when. But apparently she is basically like a seer or a seeress. She has the ability to see the future. She can see things before they happen, and I think she's the only person in the tribe who can do that.
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
So if she sees something like that, it's pretty serious, because she's the only person who can really do that. So I think she sees her visions of the future in her dreams, but she can also just do it directly via meditation. So when she sees something like that, it's pretty dire.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans at Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good. If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree.
but it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, since you're here, Sweet Lily,
Oh? Sure, what is it?
have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it! Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
I agree. It's hard to say what it was for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
You tell the two about the girl.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Why is everybody jealous of me? First we have Kanichi getting fucking jealous of me hanging out with Auroron and getting jealous of saving some dude from his tribe. And now we have Silale getting mad that I have the hand of some girl. What the fuck is happening?
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
She's like, you can't hold anybody else's hand but mine, you hear? What the fuck?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
Why is everyone like this? You know, in real life, if I was really Lumion and I had people getting this jealous over me holding the hand of somebody or saving somebody from their tribe that you think they would be happy about, I would be fucking annoyed right now. I'd be like, why does me holding the hand of somebody else even matter to you? What the fuck's your problem? But we already know that Seat Lolly likes us, so...
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Jealousy at its finest.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
Do you think she's some kind of weapon? Do you think she's a spy?
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well. She seems to trust me after all.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
It's settled then. Let's go get teleported to a timescape world. Fucking god. Oh! Why are you still here?
Why holding hands? Why that specifically? Why not literally anything else?
Like what? Would you be upset if she had kissed me instead? What the fuck? She could have hugged me. She could have did anything to me. She could have pegged me from behind. What the fuck?
I'm not normally so suspicious of strangers, but at times like this, the safety of the tribes has to come first.
I agree. Everybody in this world is jealous of me. Being with anyone it seems. They're idiots. They're literally idiots. Like, what the fuck? That's so weird. That is so awkward. See, Lolly's jealous of me holding hands with some girl, and then in the previous story quest lines, Kenichi got jealous of me saving some dude from his fucking tribe. And then he got jealous of me hanging out with Aurora on that one time, because Aurora asked me to, like, join his team. He's like, no way, bro. She's joining me first. Like, it's horrible to say, but you know what that sounded like? It sounded like, no way, bro, you get sloppy seconds. Oh, fucking God! No! Oh my God! Oh! Jesus Christ! Oh, it's literally true though. Oh.
Here we are. Deirdre will still be here, right?
No.
It's so quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansa was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move carefully. So just of that nod. Slow.
Traveler, watch out!
Did you really think that would work on me? Shoot. Maybe Deirdre really is a...
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
If I thought I would hurt, I wouldn't have tried to dodge.
Phew. That was
I read that
scary.
wrong. What the fuck? Hold on. If I thought it would hurt, I would have tried to dodge. Yeah, okay. I skipped over her line, sorry.
Phew. That was scary. I thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me, and it's not like I can run from them.
Just she sprung her ankle when she fell.
There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak. Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
I like how she said she when the word says you.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
Oh my God, Paimon, what the fuck?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Could she really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
God, what are you, my daughter? You really are unbelievable. Sure, I know just the recipe. Only takes an hour and a half. I feel like I'm fucking poking fun at her. I'm gonna say it on purpose.
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too. Go on then. You can join us for dinner.
Go on then, I can fade into blue and become a blue bird in the sky. Losing my mind all the time.
I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
That's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you're keeping count. I kind of want to say that. It's no trouble at all.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
She's the next Farissa.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
It is, yeah. I hate how people have been putting Natlan down. Natlan is one of my favorite regions, and you want to know something? I've been playing this game for 5 years. My main account has like 7,000, close to 8,000, 7,800 hours in it. But if you combine my other two accounts, that's why I said 8,000, because it's actually over 8,000. It's like 8,369 or 67. But basically, Natlan is the only region that has made me feel like I belong. It's the only nation where I feel like I really belong here. And it's the only region that have makes me feel like I'm accepted by everybody. Like, everybody really depends on me. We all work together, and they see me as one of them. And I feel like the other nations, they kind of have done that, but not really. Not in the same way.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
But she thought she was going to starve to death. The time probably passed unbearably slowly.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
Remember how, because there's that theory that the sky is fake. Keep an eye on that. Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky? Because the only other person who knows is us and Skara. And maybe Maika? Because she's the only one who created the broken moon, which can only be visible from Natlan. So I think everybody else in Natlan is kind of aware well.
But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
That seems kind of right, but also not really.
I really treasured my world. For a really long time, the village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior, but I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Beyond the stars?
Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
But I am someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what no one's pointed out, though? Is Conrians have a diamond in their eye like that, and she does. So how are we not noticed that?
You know what? That's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more convinced I am that she's not a bad person. However, and it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
I don't know the story about this girl, though. Somebody was trying to say that she was who our twin was when they entered Conria, but I don't freaking think so. Maybe she's a survivor of Conria that was not affected by the curse, and our brother's been hiding her. But that doesn't make sense, right? Because she clearly says that she has never met the Savior. That she's just told as a kid that it was a person with blonde hair or gold hair. But I'm so confused as to where she lies in the story, because I didn't watch those because I didn't want to be spoiled. But I feel like there's something I'm missing here.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, we gotta try that trick again. Take my hand. Touch me. There you go.
Can you see them now?
Yeah, stay back. I'll handle them. Watch me get transported.
Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
Remember, we are a character who can control the power of, like, I would say 7 elements. We don't got cryo yet, so it's 6. So for people who don't play this game, I have some friends who watch me play this who don't know anything about the game, but that's the power of Geo that she used, which was a second element you get in the game when you get to Liyue. So we have Anemo, which is wind from Mondstadt, Geo, which is like earth, I guess, from Liyue, and then we get Electro, which is lightning from Inazuma. Then we get Dendro, which is like nature from Sumeru. And then you get Hydro, which is water from Dain. And then you get Pyro, which is fire from Natland. We're supposed to get Cryo, which is ice from Snezhnaya, but Snezhnaya is not in the game yet. Can you each... What the f... We also have the power to purify the Abyss powers, so that's like another element that we have. That's something we just apparently have. Oh my god. Man, my stamina is all but spent. I hate when you get stuck on walls like that. Suffer my wrath. Okay?
Bring it on! Be free!
Oh, no, bro. No. Well, that was unexpected. I didn't mean to hit it twice, son of a bitch. Double tap, double tap. I have a habit of double tapping. Okay.
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them? Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdre? Deirdre? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
I was fantasizing of the Traveler doing things to me.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
Told you. She's getting off on that.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
This is getting fucking weird.
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I'm personally satisfied that Deirdre isn't a threat, but it can't hurt to monitor her for another night. It just seems kind of fucked up. I can understand her getting happy about Lumine helping her though, because believe it or not, I'm actually subbed to Sino's voice actor, Sayu, because he's also a VTuber. I'm not going to say what his real name is because people already know and I don't care to get into the voice acting crap. But I was watching one of his streams earlier when he was playing the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, and I asked him in the chat, I was like, what's your favorite type of game that you like to play? And he said, my favorite type of game, I'm probably platformers. And the fact that he read my comment out loud, not only did my name appear in his damn chat on the screen, but he said he read my comment out loud and answered me in real time, and I felt really happy. I felt kind of giddy. I was like, he answered me. And that was like my reaction, because I really like Sino. That's the character he voices in this game. Like, Sino means a lot to me. He's like my comfort character. He's really strong. I feel like he's somebody who can protect me, and I look up to him a lot, and I feel safe when he's near. And hearing his voice actor read my comment and react to me in real time, it really, really made me happy.
Alright. Gyarados will be... Huh? Gyarados? Why are you going in alone?
It's too late to go alone. Take this. Fucking throws a bunch of diamonds at me. At the stare of the carbonation chamber, you start to relax and drift into a sleep. Soon, a vivid dream fills your mind. Oh god. Did you hear Kenichi's thing? Fucking 8-bit blocks. I'm not gonna finish what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna finish what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm in the Night Kingdom, oh no. Is this the Night Kingdom? Aether and the Lord of the Night. My head, it hurts. My headache, it's gone? I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed.
Skirk, is that you?
A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
What the? I think he was asking the Master of the Night Wind if they know us. That dream I just had.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Why were you touching me while I was sleeping? You freak. Was she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. So sorry.
Oh, is that right?
Jealousy be hitting like a fucking truck today. First we have Kenichi getting jealous about me hanging out with the Roron and saving some dude from his tribe. And now we have Siloli getting jealous that I held this girl's hand. And now we have Paimon getting jealous of it too. What is fucking happening?
Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
She's like, ah, she was sleeping. I just couldn't help but touching her supple flesh. I just wanted to feel her under the moonlight. Sorry.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
This is gonna hit different when I go to do this quest as Aether because he's a man. And she's like, oh, he was sleeping and I just couldn't help but reach out and...
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
Exactly what the fuck was she doing touching me? I'm never gonna get over that. Oh my god. I still can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream just now? I think I saw Aether in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Because it was like, look at me. This angle. Never mind. If the memory is gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch up in the morning.
No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
My peepers are watching this creeper.
Do I really seem that shady to you?
Well, you were touching me while I was sleeping. I don't care if we're both females. Don't fucking do that. Like, don't do that ever. I'll let it slide this time, but never do that again. turning into fucking Miyu Hinasaki from Fatal Frame 5, where Yuri touches her when she's sleeping. She's like, never do that again.
There should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste.
Like the grapes and the apples.
You can tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me.
Of course, take a little mini travel bag and a flower. Good day.
3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Dearden.
She's gonna
See you. Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again?
Well, I'm always here. Tell you what, girlie. Look for the man by the name of Kinich. If you tell him, then you'll be able to find me, since I pretty much would listen to anything he would say. So, if he said that you were looking for me, then I would find you.
Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah,
That's a good
that's a
point.
good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address.
I live in a pocket dimension known as the Serenity Pot. Watch our brother like find this girl and take her captive. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna find her and kidnap the shit out of her.
How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
She's the Pyro Archon.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on. I think I see something over there. Oh no.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Lumine is super pissed.
But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
Oh no, she doesn't see them.
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs! You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet. The tried and tested method will allow you to see them. Touch me.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Dearden? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us?
It's us because we're not from this world, remember?
Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
Right. Where do you think you're going, buddy?
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled about this as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can see, but Dearden can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away!
Watch her be like, let me come with you!
We gotta go! Bye for now, Dearden!
See ya, and please take care.
Or no? Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know, I like Kinich a lot, so if he told me somebody was looking for me, I would believe him. But then again, he's a yandere freak, so if somebody told him that they were looking for me, he'd be like, what are you looking for her for? Because even when he went to Fontaine and he was, Charlotte was trying to ask him stuff about us, he didn't tell her anything about us at all. He's really quiet and confidential.
Hey, Elsa! We're back!
How's it going?
We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Uh-oh.
Huh? But how?
Did the Abyss Order send in reinforcements? Did they deploy some kind of secret weapon?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we finally launch an attack? Did we unleash the Pyro Archon's might on them? That's a fucking...
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
Seen a golden-haired man.
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized.
Dain.
The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person, and assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
But isn't Dain like my personal night guard?
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
He never misses an occasion like this.
Dain's life.
Told you. I need to go find my hero. Time to make all the men in Natlan jealous now. I secretly have a beautiful blonde guard who protects me. Wonder what fucking Kenichi and Auroran are gonna do now. If you thought the jealousy was fucking getting ridiculous, watch this fucking shit. Literally, watch this fucking shit. See Lolly and everybody getting jealous over me holding somebody else's hand. Watch when they see Dain. They're gonna go insane. Dain! Were you waiting for me? Yeah, Yuri's not voiced because there's issues, but anyway.
It's been a while, Dain. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
What is this? No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order down for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Eon-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
Yes, girly, but I saw him first.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Eon-san!
She's like, bye.
Hey, Dain! Wouldn't it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend!
Yinan-san, yes. I will remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Fine. Since you helped me break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook. Fine. Since Yinan-san wasn't offended, we'll let you off the hook. Fuck it.
Oh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dain, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too! But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence. For now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our while, or worth our time. And the sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can even reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dain.
Sounds like Dain's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
So he's here in person. Unsurprising, given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see. And then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
Hold on. That girl called him the Savior?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dain?
The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that. It referred to your brother then, too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. That term's been around, even before the Cataclysm?
Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when he first granted the title of Prince, let me try that again. Well, when he was first granted the title of Prince, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that he would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if with him there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the prince by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him.
Is that why Aether is so determined to revive the homeland? Because he thinks he's failed as the Conrian survivor? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure Conrians, or pure blood Conrians. I can't fucking read. I suspect she is descended from pure blood Conrians, afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have been resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retain their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya. Except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us, with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. He's gonna stay with me? Oh my god, the jealousy of my team is gonna fucking overblow. But he kind of is like my guard. He's sworn to protect me, so you know. I was right. I like her eyes. Anybody who's a Conrian has a fucking diamond in their eye. So she is like Kaya. She's a person who survived Conria but is afflicted with the curse. So I think Kaya is also afflicted with it because that's why he wears the eye patch, because there's something wrong with his eye. I also like how this is supposed to freeze time, but that guy up there is still clearly spray painting the same fake painting on that damn wall. Why is he still moving but the other two girls are clearly frozen? This is bullshit. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me with this bullshit right now. Ah! Also, what am I at? Feel like I'm losing my mind. Damn, I really want Dahlia. I really wish I could just get him. I've been getting screwed over in this game a lot. I've been getting screwed over in this game hard, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna take me a while to get him. Because right off the bat, when I did some free pulls that they gave in game, they gave me fucking Diana again, and I hate Diana. I really can't stand that character. Like she's cute, she's okay, but like I don't know, man. Where the fuck is she? This is Diana. They have literally given me this character so many fucking times that it drives me fucking insane. Stop that. I mean, I like cats, I'm a cat person, but I don't know about cat girls. But I can't stand her, man. Like, she's okay, but she's not somebody I particularly am super fond of. Dain's talking to Inan-san. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dain and Inan-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
Yeah, seems that way. I'm happy that he's getting along with my Natlan friends.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
You're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Natlan.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too!
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. Because Dain hates the fucking Archons because they destroyed his nation. They don't realize that he's a survivor from Conria. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsliff. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well, then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Inan-san.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsliff.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsliff, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you. He's looking at me.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
I clicked it too fast and I didn't get to see the slow pan. Alright, fine, I'm coming. Allow me to join you.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
We were supposed to throw the teenage girl fit, like, fine, I'll come with you, whatever. Not me. Man, the jealousy that is happening out here, bro. Like, oh, yeah. Fucking, oh my god. A mysterious creature that uses strange powers to shine. Now just why did it appear in Ashkenatland? Because Kokui... Oh my god, it didn't mean to be so negative as god. You'd have to play the world quest to understand what the fuck I'm talking about. You meet him, and then you run into a girl named Bona, who wasn't really Bona because she was fucking Kukulkan in disguise. Kukulkan is the fucking dragon sage who stole the flame. Oh my god.